Block me from leaving the bus? Here, have some snark. I used to take the bus into downtown Philly every Tuesday for this class I was taking at community college. The route was always packed, but there was this one stop on Market Street where things got absolutely insane. Like, everyone and their mother needed to get off at that stop. It was right by this huge office building and a bunch of shops, so during rush hour it was basically a war zone. The bus would pull up and you'd see this massive crowd of people just waiting to shove their way on before anyone could get off. This one Tuesday, I was standing near the back exit waiting for my stop. I had my backpack on and I was holding this coffee I'd grabbed that morning. The bus was pretty full, maybe 30 people, and I could see at least 20 more people waiting at the stop to get on. The second the doors opened, this wave of people just rushed forward. They didn't wait, they didn't step aside, they just pushed straight toward the door like the bus was going to leave without them in the next 2 seconds. I was trying to get off and there was literally nowhere to go. People were pressing in from all sides. I said excuse me like 3 times. Nobody moved, so I just started walking forward because what else was I supposed to do? Stand there forever while my class started without me? I was already going to be late because the bus had hit traffic. I squeezed through the crowd, trying my best not to bump into anyone, but it was impossible. There were too many people in too small a space. My shoulder brushed against this woman on my left who was wearing a business suit. She didn't even look at me, just kept pushing forward onto the bus. Then my backpack bumped this other woman on my right, not hard, just like a light touch as I was turning to get through the crowd. She was probably in her 40s, wearing jeans and this bright red jacket that I specifically remember because of what happened next. She spun around so fast I thought she was going to hit me. Her face was all twisted up and she goes, "Watch where you're going, you jerk." But she didn't say jerk. She used a much worse word that I'm not going to repeat. I just stopped right there in the middle of the crowd. People were still trying to push past us from both directions, and I looked right at her and said, "What do you want me to do? Fly over the crowd? My broom's in the shop. If my broom were working, I wouldn't need to take the bus." The people around us just burst out laughing. This guy behind me actually snorted. The woman in the business suit who I'd bumped earlier looked back and cracked a smile. Even the bus driver was shaking his head and chuckling, but Red Jacket Lady was not amused. She just stood there glaring at me like I'd insulted her entire family. Her face got even redder than her jacket. She opened her mouth like she was going to say something else, but more people were pushing behind her trying to get on the bus. I just turned around and kept walking. I had to get to class and I wasn't about to stand there arguing with someone who thought the laws of physics didn't apply to crowded bus stops. As I walked away, I heard someone behind me go, "She's got a point though. Where was she supposed to go?" I made it to the sidewalk and glanced back one more time. Red Jacket Lady was still standing in the doorway of the bus, blocking everyone else now, still staring at me with this death glare. The bus driver was probably telling her to move so he could close the doors. The whole thing took maybe 30 seconds, but it felt like forever. I speed walked the 2 blocks to my class and made it with like 1 minute to spare. My professor gave me this look like you're cutting it close but didn't say anything. The funny part is, I saw Red Jacket Lady again the next week at the same bus stop. She was standing there waiting to get on, and when she saw me, she actually moved out of the way to let people off first. Didn't say a word to me, didn't look at me, just stepped aside. Maybe my broom comment actually taught her something about how bus stops work, or maybe she just didn't want to get roasted in front of a crowd again.